I just got this auto part in the mail. Think anybody can tell what this is? You know, if you're sneaking auto parts, shipping them.
Of course it's cheating. Nobody ever got rich being honest.
From the start, this did not go well. Trying to put this valance on underneath the bumper was a project worthy of somebody who has greater skills than I do. It was hard to get off the old broken pieces that were still attached to the bumper. That's what I'm trying to do here. I end up using the grinder. The grinder finally does it. I was trying to do it old school and it just didn't do it. But this worked really well, getting them off. But getting them back on again was still another issue, because these clowns who built this truck, which it's a nice truck, decided, the engineers decided to put the mounting points for the valance at the same place that the bumpers mount to the frame. I guess that's typical though. This is still much easier to work on than some of the newer cars, which are absolutely awful.
Got this back on. It was not easy. They have the places where you mount this up into the bumper right behind the place where the bumper mounts to the frame, and that was not easy. If it comes off, I don't think I'm going to replace it again.
Let me tell you the good thing about putting this on though. I have driven over 100 miles since putting both the mirror and the valance on, and my mileage has increased from an average of 18 and a half to over 21, 22, right at 22 is where it's at. I have been very impressed by it. Are you wondering why I'm replacing my mirrors? Oh, you're not? Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. It's because when we were down in Kentucky, one of these times, I backed into the side by the tree and broke one off. And for probably 6 months or so, the duct tape from Dollar General has actually been holding on the existing mirror quite well. But I decided it's finally time to upgrade from the duct tape to some new mirrors. I got a new ratchet from Harbor Freight, and I can use this in places that I could not use before. I think it's called a Hercules. In tight spaces, this works incredibly well. I even used it to put on a sign the other day without any help. It really is almost like having an extra hand, especially in tight spaces. The biggest limitation it seems to have is it can only go to 40 foot-pounds. I don't really think that's a huge limitation because it keeps me from stripping or breaking stuff so much, but it is a limitation.
This actually does work pretty well. About all I can say. It's not perfect. Sometimes it's hard to get it in place in places that are tight, but it's also hard to ratchet in places that are tight. So it works great for that. It also is hard to over tighten things. So if you have a rusty bolt or a screw, a rusty bolt or nut, you're probably not going to be able to get it off or screw it back in because it only has 40 foot-pounds of torque at most.
The next part of my day involved putting the new mirror on, and we already got it set up and ready to go. This actually went really well. These were easy to change. The vehicle, this Dodge Ram truck, they're easy to take the side panels off and put new mirrors on. I was surprised.
This extra wire here is specifically to put turn signal lights to the outside if you want to hook them up. Another nice thing about this this tool that I got from this Pittsburgh wrench from Ratchet Wrench from Harbor Freight is it's got both the 3/8 and the 1/4 inch. It also has where you can extend it to get more leverage. Okay, now let's get our wire. I don't think I need to hook it up yet to the front, but I definitely want to get it through here so I can put the cover back on. Kind of surprised they didn't put the wires together like a single piece like they normally are. Let's test out, make sure the okay. Let's check the mirror now. Okay, you can rotate it, I guess, for towing. Put it back. It's also a breakaway. Both ways. Make sure the... Did I lock the door in? Keys inside? Crap. Oh, come on. Of course, I'm pretty good at that kind of stuff. But this one doesn't actually lock. Okay, controls work. I guess that means we can go to this door next.
While you're watching, be sure to give a like and a thumbs up and all that jazz. Subscribe if you can, share it. But right here, I am actually wiring the mirror light right into the turn signal light. The advantage of what I'm doing here is I'm not splicing any wires. I'm just actually plugging it right into the socket. And it worked.
Well, it's the next morning. And I'll show you what the mirrors look like. Got them all finished. Right here. And you can also turn them up or keep them down like this. The turn signals work just fine. Ran them up, connected them into here. Didn't have to splice any wires. I just connected them right into the connector. I also got this mounted on the I don't know, bumper spoiler or valance or something. And that was the most difficult thing. That should have taken probably a half an hour, ended up taking like a whole afternoon or morning. That was difficult because where the bumper mounts is where you also screw these up into the bumper, and so the bolts are in the way, and unless you have teeny tiny hands and long wrists, very difficult. The mirrors were good quality. They actually have a metal plate inside, or a metal base that everything anchors to, and I was real happy with those mirrors. They actually did a good job. They don't shake at all. Very pleased.
If you like those mirrors, look for the link below.